Alright guys, so in this lesson we're going to take a closer look at what's possible in the timeline and what all those other buttons really do. The first thing you have to do is download the Lesson 2 project file and media off of Haiku over there on the right side, and create a Lesson 2 folder on your desktop and add the 6 folders, and then I'm just going to organize those things into the folders that they belong in. So I'm going to take that Lesson 2 project and put it into my project folder, and I'm going to double click to unzip all my media and drag all that media. I know it's a bunch of pictures and stuff and it's a little all over the place, but I'm going to go ahead and drag that into my media folder. And then at that point, I am ready to open Premiere. So I'm going to navigate back to that project folder and double click on my Lesson 2 project to open it up. First thing that you'll notice when you open up that project is that it may ask you to convert the project, and it's changing its name and it's putting it in the same folder. That's fine. This project was created with an older version of Premiere than the one that you have on your computer, and it's just updating it. So go ahead and click OK. And then it'll pop up with this window that says Link Media. Now, a lot of you have asked me this a lot of times already, so I'm going to make this its own video just for future reference. Whenever Premiere can't find its media, this window will pop up upon a project opening, and this window will allow you to link that media back to the reference files that you see in Premiere. So because whoever created this project did not have their media in a media folder on their desktop inside Lesson 2, Premiere isn't sure where to find all those clips. So to find that media, I'm just going to click on this top one and come down here and click on Locate. And it'll open up this window that looks a lot like the media browser that you're used to. Go ahead and go to Home Directory, Desktop. Go to the place that you know that media is on your computer. So I know on my computer that BrightLoveFilmLogo.ai is in that media folder that I created for Lesson 2. So on my desktop, I'm going to open up Lesson 2 in Media, and there's the file right there. When you're in this window, if you come down here and look at the bottom of your screen, there's a check mark that says Display Only Exact Name Matches. What that's doing is it's hiding every file that doesn't exactly match the name of the clip I'm trying to find. So if I uncheck that, you'll see here's all my other media, but I don't care about that because all I'm looking for is that specific file, so I'm going to go ahead and keep that checked. It just makes things easier to find, especially when you're dealing with a whole bunch of clips, or maybe clips have obscure names and you're trying to search for it. If you check that box, it does all the searching for you. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to click OK, and then Premiere is smart enough to see that all the other media it's trying to find is in that same place, and it will automatically reconnect everything on its own. Now, if you happen to move or rename a file while Premiere is already open, it's not going to automatically pop up with that window. So I'm going to go ahead and make all of this offline. And for some of you, this might be a familiar screen. All right, if I take that clip and put it on my timeline, and you're like, oh my gosh, my media is offline, I can't, like, what happened to my project, right? There's a lot of people who have already asked me this question, and the answer is that you've just changed a folder name in Finder outside of Premiere, or changed a file name, or moved something to a different place. It's not a hard problem to solve, you just have to know how to do it. So if I highlight all my media, usually I do it in the project window instead of on the timeline. If you do it on the timeline, it's only going to link up that media that is on the timeline as opposed to every clip that's in your project. So I'm going to highlight everything in my project, right click, and then click on Link Media. And when I do that, it'll open up the same window that we saw before, and you could go through the exact same steps. Hit locate, find that clip, click OK, and there it is. So that's how you reconnect media. I'm going to keep this video as its own thing for future reference. If you ever have media that goes offline, you can come back and reference this instead of asking me. Next video, we're going to dive into the rest of our lesson.